Welcome to the 6th chapter of the Exhibit of First Glances. A heartwarming romance where sparks turn steady, vows take shape, and the real magic begins. Written by Nightjar. If you followed Quinn and Nathaniel from their first glance to their maybe forever, thank you. Your time, imagination, and heart have brought this story to life as we wandered together. Through every twist, every discovery, and every almost confession in between. If you've enjoyed their journey as much as I loved writing it, consider sharing it with someone who might find a spark between the exhibits. Your support means the world, and helps stories like this keep finding their way. This chapter is for museum romantics, hopeful hearts, and anyone who believes in love that feels like home. Like, share, and subscribe to help more readers find their way to these stories. And remember, love belongs here. Let's begin the final chapter. Chapter 6. The Permanent Collection. Forever After Artifact. In a museum that held eons of history, Quinn and Nathaniel had only needed a few Thursdays to make some of their own. He wasn't meant to stay. But love changed the map. Thursday coffees turned into months. Sarcasm into trust. Exhibits into memories. And somewhere between fossil wings and tea room confessions, he discovered something worth choosing. Not as a pause in his story, but the very start of a new one. He came looking for stillness. The museum offered stillness. Not the lonely kind, but the kind where nothing asked anything of him. Until Quinn did. With her sarcasm. Her honesty. Her granola bars. The museum was meant to be a pause, a quiet detour before returning to a life mapped out in formal dinners, diplomatic smiles, and obligations he never quite chose. But the quiet turned into comfort. And comfort turned into her. There were expectations waiting. Titles, obligations, a perfectly pressed future. But none of it felt as real as Quinn's laughter echoing off marble columns, or the way the museum lights caught her eyes when she was talking about extinct birds like they were old friends. So Nathaniel stayed. No royal duties. No grand entourage. Just a steady job in the acquisitions department, a cozy flat above a bakery, and daily lunches with Quinn. Because somewhere between historical exhibits and Thursday coffees, he found something he hadn't expected. A life that felt like his own. They debated art and sculpture placements like seasoned curators, their playful bickering echoing through the quiet halls. They shared secret kisses beneath the Egyptian wing's vaulted ceilings. Once they even got caught making out behind the animatronic saber-toothed tiger. An exhibit as fierce as their spark. And then one unforgettable evening, during a private after-hours tour, Nathaniel dropped to one knee beside the woolly mammoth, its acrylic eyes watching over them like a witness to their love. Before he could finish his carefully rehearsed proposal, Quinn's laughter and tears spilled out as she said yes. Their wedding was a dream woven from history itself. In the Roman courtyard, surrounded by centuries of artifacts, friends, family, and the silent witnesses of the past. Sometimes, Quinn still sneezed in the Roman wing, an old allergy she could never quite shake. Nathaniel's response was always the same. A fond, familiar blessing, a gentle smile, and a kiss that made everything feel timeless. Their story became part of the museum's serendipitous magic. An exhibit in motion, not sealed behind glass, but held in memory, in laughter, and in something gently approaching forever. And as the woolly mammoth stood watch, still and steadfast, the exhibit stayed open. For love. For wonder. And for all the moments still waiting to be discovered. The end. That was Chapter 6, the final chapter of this story. Some encounters are passing exhibits. Glimpsed once, then gone. But others belong in the permanent collection. Enduring, quietly powerful, and returned to often. Every love story has its gallery. Thank you for listening, for feeling, and for wandering with us through this one. Tell us in the comments what's the most memorable artifact in your love gallery? Leave a comment with the one sentence that changed everything. Don't miss the next book. Tap the bell so you're first in line when the next book drops. See you in the next gallery.